Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Ozcast.
Welcome back to Just Podding Around, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of professional wrestling, past, present and future. I'm your host, Reese Williams, and today we're continuing our journey through one of WWE's most iconic and brutal match types, the Elimination Chamber. Since its inception in 2002, the Elimination Chamber has been a battleground where only the toughest and most resilient survive. So today, we're counting down the top 10 best Elimination Chamber winners. Those who not only triumphed, but shaped their careers and changed the course of history inside the steel structure. From shock victories to incredible performances, these are the moments that left us all talking. Let's jump right in. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Drew McIntyre in 2021. Drew entered the Elimination Chamber as the defending WWE Champion, and let me tell you, this match was an absolute war. He had the likes of Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Sheamus and Kofi Kingston in there with him, all gunning for that title. McIntyre's performance was gritty. He fought off the best and emerged victorious after surviving an incredible amount of punishment. But then, the real twist happened. After the match, Bobby Lashley, who had been involved in some backstage intrigue, attacked Drew, leaving him vulnerable. This allowed The Miz to cash in his Money in the Bank contract, stealing McIntyre's title. Now, McIntyre didn't get the clean victory he probably deserved. But this moment led to a major shift in the landscape of WWE, giving Lashley a title reign and setting up Drew's redemption arc, which would continue all the way to WrestleMania 37. It was a pivotal moment for McIntyre's career and kept him firmly in the spotlight. Coming in at number 9 is the one and only John Cena, who has won the Elimination Chamber match 3 times. But let's talk about 2006, because this is where it all started. Cena was defending his WWE Championship inside the chamber against five other competitors: Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, Kane, Carlito, and Chris Masters. Cena was an underdog in the match, but he fought like a champion, surviving the carnage inside the steel structure. But here's where it gets interesting. After Cena retained the title, Edge, who had been watching from the outside, took advantage of the opportunity and cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, taking the title from Cena in one of the most shocking moments in WWE history. Cena's 2010 and 2011 wins were just as significant in their own right. His 2010 victory helped him keep the momentum going in his feud with Sheamus. And in 2011, Cena's victory was crucial in his road to facing The Rock at WrestleMania 27. But it was that 2006 win, followed by Edge's cash-in, that solidified Cena's place in the Elimination Chamber lore. At number 8, we have Chris Jericho, who pulled off a brilliant opportunistic win in 2010. Jericho entered the Elimination Chamber to defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Edge, R-Truth, John Morrison, Rey Mysterio, and The Undertaker. Now, what made Jericho's victory stand out was the way he secured it. As the match progressed, Shawn Michaels interfered, costing The Undertaker the match, which allowed Jericho to take advantage of the situation and retain his title. This led to one of the most memorable feuds in WWE history between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 26. And Jericho's sneaky victory was the catalyst for that rivalry. Jericho, ever the opportunist, showed once and again that he didn't need to be the strongest or the biggest. He just had to be the smartest. Coming in at number 7 is The Undertaker in 2008. This match was part of the SmackDown Elimination Chamber, where Taker defended his World Heavyweight Championship against Batista, Finlay, The Great Khali, John Morrison and Rey Mysterio. Undertaker's victory was especially significant because it was a clear example of how he could survive in the most brutal of matches while maintaining his iconic status. Taker survived a grueling 30-minute war inside the chamber, proving once again why he was a force to be reckoned with in WWE. Taker would go on to face Edge at WrestleMania 24 for the title, continuing his undefeated streak at the Showcase of the Immortals. His performance inside the chamber was instrumental in that year's journey to WrestleMania and solidified his status as one of the company's greatest champions. At number 6, we've got Randy Orton, a man who has won the Elimination Chamber twice, in 2014 and 2023. Both victories had huge implications for his career. In 2014, Orton entered the chamber as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, with Cena, Cesaro, Sheamus, Daniel Bryan and Christian all vying for the title. Orton weathered a storm of attacks and survived, retaining his title. This victory helped build towards WrestleMania 30, where Daniel Bryan's underdog story stole the show. Fast forward to 2023, and Orton's win in the US Championship Chamber proved he could still hang with the best. That win solidified his position in the WWE main event scene once again, and he continues to be one of the most dangerous men in the business. Coming in at number 5 is the American Dragon, Daniel Bryan, a man who defined what it means to be an underdog. Bryan's first Elimination Chamber win in 2012 was a pivotal moment in his career. He retained the World Heavyweight Championship after an incredible, grueling match that saw him overcome some of the toughest competition at the time. But his 2019 win was what truly earned him this spot on the list. Bryan defended the WWE Championship against AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston in one of the greatest chamber matches ever. The match was not only a testament to Bryan's technical skill, but also the incredible resilience he showed to hang on to his title. This victory was crucial in setting up Kofi Mania, a storyline that would captivate fans and lead to Kofi Kingston's WWE Championship win at WrestleMania 35. At number 4, we have Triple H, the man who has made his mark on the Elimination Chamber like no one else. Triple H won the chamber 3 times, and each victory had major consequences. In 2003, Triple H entered the chamber match to defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, Kane, Randy Orton and Booker T. Despite taking a brutal beating in the match, Triple H was able to escape with the title. This victory marked him as the definitive top dog in the company at the time. In 2005, Triple H entered the chamber again, this time facing Chris Benoit, Edge, Chris Jericho and Randy Orton. He lost the title to Batista a few months later, but the chamber match solidified his place as one of the biggest stars of the era. Finally, in 2008, Triple H triumphed again, facing the likes of Jeff Hardy, Chris Jericho and Umaga. His chamber wins helped make him a mainstay in WWE's biggest matches, and his legacy inside the chamber is undeniable. At number 3, it's the rated R superstar, Edge. Edge's wins in the Elimination Chamber were as opportunistic as they were memorable. In 2009, Edge had one of the most memorable chamber performances ever. He wasn't even initially in the match, but when Kofi Kingston was eliminated, Edge took his spot and capitalized on the chaos to win the World Heavyweight Championship. The way Edge manipulated the situation was textbook. Opportunism, and one of the most brilliant moves in Chamber history. In 2011, Edge retained the title, but this win was bittersweet. It was his final major title defense before retiring, making it an emotional victory for the long-time WWE veteran. At number 2, we have the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, whose win in the very first Elimination Chamber in 2002 set the tone for everything that would come after. Michaels entered this historic match as the underdog, having returned from a 4-year hiatus due to a career-threatening injury. Despite the odds, HBK fought through the pain and defeated the likes of Triple H, Chris Jericho, Kane, The Big Show and Rob Van Dam to win the World Heavyweight Championship. It was an emotional and monumental win, making one of the most iconic moments in WWE history. And taking the top spot at number 1 is Brock Lesnar, who in 2022 absolutely dominated the Elimination Chamber. Lesnar entered the match as the underdog in a field that included Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Riddle, AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley, all of whom are incredible competitors. But what happened next was a beastly display of dominance like no other. Lesnar eliminated everyone in the match with brutal efficiency, including Theory's jaw-dropping F5 off the pod. His performance was a statement. Lesnar was still the most dangerous man in WWE. He went on to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 38 for the title versus title match. This win solidified Brock's legacy as the most dominant Chamber competitor ever. And there you have it, the top 10 best Chamber winners of all time. Who do you think should be number 1? Do you agree with the list? Or is there someone you'd rank higher? Hit me up on social media and let's talk about it. And until next time, have a good one.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.